Now in today's video you guys are really going to like this. We got the brand spanking new BMW GS 1300 trophy. I'm gonna answer all of your questions. How does the horn sound? Loud. And we're gonna have a detailed look in it. Thank you, Web Brussels, for hooking me up. Now with the brand spanking new GS, we got 145 horsepower and 149 Newton meters of torque. Now you guys know all of the numbers, so let's answer some questions about it. Now they saved 12 kilograms in weight, 3.9 kilograms is on the engine alone. Now that brings the total on 237 kilograms of weight. And that is actually the lightest of its bunch. So if you watch at the competitors, yeah, this is the lightest one now. And not as heavy as that one anymore. And they also installed a lithium-ion battery underneath the seat. Let's open it up. Also had police officers as an audience. That's the world's first. Now a lot of people have been laughing with the key because they said, well, the bike got smaller but the key got bigger. Let's see if that's true also. But first let's open it up. Ja, dan denk ik benieuwd wat effectief. Hij is wel een bakje dat er. Ja, dat klopt. That didn't lie. The key is actually bigger and the bike got a lot smaller. Look at that. We do have a bigger glove compartment though. Now we also have the new designed telelever in the front and the paralever in the back. And the back suspension can do something special as an optional package. And they also relocated the steering damper. So it's all the way up there. See that? So it does have it up there. If you want to use the double standard, you can actually kick this part out with your foot like this. Just use it with your toe like that. And you can pull it down. Now this is where it gets cool. Now listen carefully.
Sorry, ik heb de sweater hier in mijn zak.
Now that is nice. Now in the previous version I was complaining that I had a hard time getting on its double stand. Problem solved. Now all over the internet, this might probably be the most hated headlight of the year. Probably of the century. But if you look at it in total, I kind of like it. Some people say it looks Chinese. A lot of people have also been talking about the turn signals in the handguards. Well, it's optional, and if you have an enduro and you're gonna do some off-roading, you're just not gonna take those. Now people have also been asking like, hey Smokey, where's the ignition starter button? Where did it go? Well, they actually put it on top of there. Look at that. So we press it on there, and it's not the big bulky button over there or over there. Now these two, up and down, actually function with this one on top. So if we press the one on the top, we actually get this little menu over here, and we can set the buttons to damping, ride height, windscreen, and whatnot. Let's for example put it to windscreen. So actually these two buttons now become the windscreen module. So when we go back, we can actually electric windscreen. Nice. Kind of fancy though. And for example, when I set it to DTC, to the traction control, turn it on and off, I can actually just use these buttons to turn it on and off. Just like that. Pow. See that? On and off. That's nice. And now that we are sitting in the cockpit anyway, a lot of people have been asking me, Smokey, show me the box. Okay, so we're just going to show you the box. We got the key that I previously showed you guys that gotten a little bit bigger. Like a lot bigger. It still has the flip out key, so if you get into a bar fight, want to have a fight, whooshaw. No, I'm just kidding, I'm sorry. So when we look into the box, there is no USB, and a lot of people were like, hey, can I charge my phone? Well, just pull on this flap and look at that, it's right over there. But big question is, does it fit your phone? Because with the 1250, yeah, we have a couple of ones over here. It did not. Satisfying lock though. Oh, It's also not staying up by itself. But however, yes, it fits an iPhone 14. But does it fit an iPhone 14 with the key? Barely, but it fits. Nice. We have radar in the front for cruise control. We also have radar in the back. And not only that, but we also have lane assist warning. And that is me. So if a car actually would ride right over here, this light will go on and it will tell you not to go left. Yeah. A lot of it comes as standard as well. We got 4 riding modes that I will show you guys in a couple seconds. We have an adjustable windscreen like you guys just have seen. It's not the electrical one. The electrical one is also an option, so it's not really a standard feature. Another standard feature is hand protection, heated grips, keyless ride, cornering ABS, cornering traction control, dynamic brake control, engine drag torque control, hill start control, tire pressure control. Yes, it comes as standard now. Cruise control and intelligent emergency call. Yeah. Now the Riding Mode Pro is an additional package that allows you to get a little bit more modes. You will actually unlock Dynamic, Dynamic Pro and Enduro Pro. I'm not a pro, but that does sound nice. Now I asked in the community tab to ask me some questions about it. Let's answer those. First question, when does the Adventure model come? Well, actually they're all Adventure models, but the real Adventure with the bigger gas tank as the previous version is coming in about 1 year. So 1 year after the first 3 versions are released, we have the Trophy, we have the Triple Black and the 719 option, the option 719, I'm sorry. So you still have to wait like 11 months for the Adventure. And does it feel more top heavy now that the gearbox is actually below? Probably the reversed question, does it feel less top heavy with the gearbox below it? And I do have to say, don't want to damage the floor. And this is probably the first adventure motorcycle that Smokey can touch the ground with almost his bare feet. Look at that. No problem. And I've been riding the older GS a lot of times, and this feels like a lot lighter. A lot lighter. Now this one does have the dynamic suspension, so under 15 kilometers an hour, something like that, the suspension actually drops to its lowest point. Now of course for the option list, just go to your BMW configurator or a local store, because I'm not going to go all over the prices. Next question. Are the buttons on the handlebar illuminated? Not yet. Now I have been talking, I got that question the evening I was in Berlin, so I actually asked Markus Schramm, the CEO of BMW Motorrad. Yeah, I just went to him, was like, hey Markus, people are asking for illuminated backlights. Why are they not here? And he said, we're working on it. So maybe the next models, but it might come. And people have also been asking me about the display model. Well, it is the same as the previous one. If it works good, god dang it. That's better. So the menu is the same as you guys are all used to for the last couple of years, so don't worry. It's not a spaceship and you can get to the menu pretty easily with the round thingy and the pushy over here. And these I like. These, like I showed you before, I really like that. But as for the rest, it is the same. Now, funny question, somebody asked me, how does the horn sound? Well, loud. Like that. The people in the store are laughing at me because I used the horn a couple of times, and yeah, thanks for that. Now, they also have been asking me what tires do come stock. Now, on this particular trophy, we actually have the Metzler Tourans. And over here, of course, we have the Triple Black, and this one is running stock on also the Metzler Tourans next 2. But you can also get them with the Metzler Karoo 4. That is the more knobby tire. This is more the street version, of course. Somebody also asked if the phone is now better integrated, so you can also have the navigation right in big on the screen, so very detailed. It is not. Like I said, it is the same as the previous one. The only motorcycle in this store that actually has that is the BMW CE04. Yeah, the electrical one. That one has like a giant screen navigation built into it. You still have to use that one. Another question was also about handguards, but I already explained that. It's optional. Very bright though. Damn LEDs. Ooh, next question, why is the headlight so ugly? I don't think it's ugly, just have to get used to it. Next question is, why does it look like a V-strom? Well, I'm not really... Why do you guys actually think like it turned into a V-strom? But when you look to the older version, it also looks like a V-strom. And look at that, we have the rally over here with an even bigger beak. Look at that. I mean, you know, it also has that beak. And when I'm going back to this one, the beak actually became smaller. The key got bigger, but the beak got smaller. So there's no reason to complain. Look at that. Next question is by Daniel. He asked, why doesn't it have CarPlay? Well, Daniel, probably because it's a motorcycle and not a car. Should have motorcycle play. Not really sure why they don't have it yet, but Apple motorcycle play. Now that will be epic. Next question, how high is the ground clearance? Now, I have not got any info about the ground clearance. I could not find any details about that. So I think we have to measure it. Problem. The bike is actually lowered to a minimum because of the dynamic suspension that's included. As I showed you guys before, like the goes up and down. So it's all the way down now. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say. But it's kind of good though. And next question. Smokey, where is the stoplight? It doesn't have a stoplight anymore. That is weird. Well, actually, these are the rear running lights. These are the turn signals. And the brake light is also integrated. Look at that. Everything is inside of these. Nice. Let me know in the comments. And you guys are probably wondering, like, how does the new Akrapovic sound? First startup ever. That is that for all of your questions. Let me know in the comments what you think. Got more questions? Let me know in the comments as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Drive safe. Smokey out.
Okay.